Hi, this is Marc-André from La Boutique Tabletop. If you know me a little bit, you'll know that I love discovering miniatures games that are off the beaten path. I want to show you one of these gems that really hit the sweet spot for me, Firefight, an excellent miniatures game in a sci-fi setting, the Warpath universe, from Mantic Games. Mantic Games also publish Kings of War, which is probably their best-known title at the moment, as well as Dead Zone, Armada, great terrain for role-playing games and miniatures games, and some very promising upcoming titles, Halo and Epic Warpath. If I were to sum up Firefight in a couple of words, those would be exciting and affordable. Like just about every miniatures game, you win at Firefight essentially by controlling objectives and or by eliminating specific targets. What really sets each miniatures game apart, beyond being a skirmish style or rank and flank war game, comes down to its rule set and the quality of the models. The rules for Firefight are clear and they make for dynamic gameplay. The miniatures are very cool, especially for the price. Firefight costs about 3 times less than another very well-known miniatures game. There's a single book for all the rules and factions, and you can find all the stats for every unit of every faction in the Mantic Companion app for a very reasonable subscription fee. So, what else do I love about Firefight? Well, alternating activation of units. You activate a unit, then I activate a unit. Ping pong, ping pong. I really like alternating unit activation in miniatures games. This prevents a situation where a whole army gangs up on an important unit and kills it off before it had an opportunity to do anything. Also, it makes turns much shorter. You won't have time to have a cup of coffee while your opponent takes care of everything they need to do before the action comes back to you. Movement and line of fire rules accelerate gameplay. You figure out movement for the leader of a unit, and then place all other models of that unit within 3 inches of the leader, or 6 inches for larger units. It's essentially the same thing for line of fire. At bird's eye view, it's the leader of a unit that determines whether you have line of sight to a target or if that target has cover. Firefight is played with 8-sided dice, and this is a lot more interesting than I anticipated. Extreme results, 1s and 8s, are statistically less likely than 1s and 6s using 6-sided dice. But the most interesting aspect of this is that modifiers are a little less heavy, if you will. A +1 or -1 modifier will change your odds of success by 12.5% instead of almost 17%, and that really shows when you're playing. I like it a lot. There's enough plastic in every starter box, whether it's a 2-player starter or a strike force, to play a satisfying game, which wasn't quite my experience with Kings of War, also from Mantic. In Firefight, an 800 or 900 points game is a lot of fun, and you can still field big vehicles and monsters without having to sacrifice having enough units on the table. Each faction has a distinctive feel with faction orders that are specific to each one. Several units give you lots of customization possibilities. You can have fun for hours just figuring out what to field in your army, and the Mantic Companion app is very well designed for that. All that's left for you to do now is choose a faction. At the moment of posting this video, there are 8 factions and a 9th is on the way. Firefight is absolutely worth your attention. It is a very enjoyable game. I strongly recommend it. And if you're in the vicinity, why not come play with us at La Boutique Tabletop? So see you soon and have fun.